Your phone buzzes. You reach for it within seconds, often without realizing you're doing it. The average person now checks their phone 144 times per day. That's once every 10 minutes, even while sleeping. What most people don't realize is that this isn't a willpower problem. It's a neurobiology problem. Your brain's reward system has been systematically recalibrated by notification algorithms designed specifically to hijack your dopamine pathways. The good news? There's a physiological reset that works, and it takes just 8 minutes. But before you learn it, you need to understand exactly what's happening in your brain, and why this particular breathing technique actually reverses the damage. Let's decode this together. When you scroll through social media or compulsively check your phone, your brain releases dopamine in anticipation of the reward, often before anything rewarding even happens. This is different from dopamine released from genuine accomplishment. It's variable reward scheduling, the same mechanism that makes slot machines addictive. Your prefrontal cortex, which handles decision-making and impulse control, becomes progressively weakened as your brain prioritizes the reward-seeking circuitry. Over time, normal activities, reading a book, having a conversation, sitting in silence, feel unstimulating because they don't trigger that same neurochemical rush. This cascades into what we experience as brain fog. Your attention span narrows. You feel motivated only by novelty and stimulation. Routine work feels impossibly difficult. You experience phantom vibrations, your body literally hallucinating phone notifications because your nervous system is primed in a constant state of anticipatory arousal. This isn't weakness. This is your nervous system doing exactly what it was designed to do, but trapped in a cycle it can't escape on its own. The research is sobering. Studies show that heavy phone users experience measurable changes in gray matter density in areas responsible for attention and impulse control. Your brain doesn't just develop a habit, it undergoes structural changes that reinforce the compulsion. The prefrontal cortex becomes less active, while the limbic system, your emotional reward-seeking center, becomes hyperactive. You're not failing at willpower. Your neurochemistry has been legitimately altered. But here's what neuroscience also reveals. The nervous system is plastic. It can rewire itself when given the right stimulus. And that stimulus is breath. Thousands of years ago, yogic traditions developed sophisticated breathing practices for a specific purpose: to regulate the nervous system and reset consciousness. They called one particular practice Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing, and another Ujjayi, ocean-sounding breath. These weren't mystical ideas. They were precise technologies targeting the vagus nerve, which acts as a direct communication line between your brain and your body. What neuroscience has now confirmed is that breathing patterns directly influence your autonomic nervous system. Unlike most bodily functions, your breath sits at the intersection of conscious and unconscious control. You can consciously change your breathing pattern, but breathing also automatically responds to your emotional state. This makes breath the most direct tool you have to reset your nervous system from a state of overstimulation back to baseline. Here's the specific mechanism. When you engage in slow, deliberate breathing, particularly with specific patterns and ratios, you activate your vagus nerve, which triggers your parasympathetic nervous system. This is your rest and digest state, the opposite of the constant fight or flight arousal that phone addiction maintains. Simultaneously, slow breathing increases heart rate variability, a marker of nervous system flexibility. Your brain interprets this signal as safety. When your brain feels safe, it downregulates dopamine-seeking behavior and restores prefrontal cortex function. Your decision-making improves. Impulse control returns. The craving quiets. The breathwork technique we're about to practice combines the ancient alternate nostril pattern with extended exhalation, which research shows is particularly effective at parasympathetic activation. As neuroscientist Andrew Huberman has documented, extending your exhale relative to your inhale creates a measurable shift in nervous system state within minutes. This isn't gradual. The vagal tone shifts almost immediately, and your dopamine system begins recalibrating. You're not fighting an addiction with willpower. You're physically resetting the neurochemistry that creates the compulsion in the first place. The 8-minute technique. Before we begin, find a comfortable seated position. Your spine should be upright but not rigid. Shoulders relaxed. Hands resting on your thighs or in your lap. This posture matters because it naturally supports deeper breathing and signals to your nervous system that you're in a state of calm readiness. If you have any history of dizziness with breathing exercises, keep this gentle and return to normal breathing if you feel lightheaded. Phase 1. Settling. Minute 0 to 1. Close your eyes. Let your breathing settle into its natural rhythm without forcing anything. Notice the temperature of the air entering your nostrils. Feel your belly expanding and contracting. Don't change anything yet, just observe. This brings your attention inward and prepares your nervous system for the work ahead. You're transitioning from external stimulation to internal awareness. Feel the shift happening already. Phase 2. Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing, minutes 1 to 4. Using your right hand, fold your index and middle fingers toward your palm, leaving your thumb and ring finger extended. You'll use your thumb to close your right nostril and your ring finger to close your left. Close your right nostril with your thumb. Inhale slowly through your left nostril for a count of 4. Then close your left nostril with your ring finger while releasing your right nostril. Exhale through your right nostril for a count of 6. Pause for a moment. Now, inhale through your right nostril for 4 counts. Close the right. Exhale through the left for 6 counts. This is one complete cycle. Continue this pattern for the next 3 minutes. Inhale for 4. Hold for a breath. Exhale for 6. 4 counts in, 6 counts out. With each exhale, imagine releasing the accumulated dopamine craving, the notification anxiety, the phantom vibrations. Your nervous system is receiving clear signals now. You are safe. You are grounded. The pattern becomes meditative. Your mind may wander. That's normal. Gently return to the breath. 4 counts in, 6 counts out. Notice what's happening in your body. Your heart rate is slowing. The tension in your shoulders is softening. Your prefrontal cortex is waking up while your reward-seeking circuitry is quieting down. You're literally watching your nervous system recalibrate. Continue for 3 more complete cycles at your own pace. Phase 3. Extended exhale reset, minutes 4 to 6. Release the hand position and let both hands rest. Now practice simple breathing through both nostrils, but extend the exhale even further. Breathe in for a count of 4 through both nostrils, then exhale for a count of 8. In for 4, out for 8. In for 4, out for 8. This extended exhale is the magic. When the exhale is longer than the inhale, you shift decisively into parasympathetic dominance. Your vagus nerve is activated. Your amygdala, the alarm center of your brain, receives the signal that there is no threat. Your dopamine system can downregulate. Feel yourself becoming heavier, more grounded. The mental chatter is quieting. In for 4, out for 8. You're not forcing anything. You're cooperating with your body's natural ability to reset itself. Continue this pattern for 2 minutes. Your mind may become very quiet. You may feel a subtle sense of calm confidence returning. This is the neurochemistry shifting. Your brain is remembering what baseline feels like before the constant dopamine stimulation. Phase 4. Integration, minutes 6 to 8. Let your breathing return to normal. Don't force it. Simply allow your body to breathe naturally while you remain seated. Your nervous system is now in a state of activated calm. Your parasympathetic system is online. Your prefrontal cortex is restored. Notice the quality of mental clarity. Notice the absence of craving. Notice how different your body feels compared to 8 minutes ago. Stay in this state for a moment. This is what your brain is capable of when it's not being hijacked by notifications. This is your baseline when your nervous system isn't in constant alert. Memorize this feeling. This is what you're rebuilding toward. Most people feel an immediate shift. Your mind becomes noticeably clearer within minutes. The mental fog that phone addiction creates begins lifting. You may notice reduced urge to check your phone for the next 30 to 60 minutes. This isn't placebo. Your nervous system genuinely requires time to recalibrate toward addiction when you've interrupted the cycle with this deliberate parasympathetic reset. The pattern works best when practiced consistently. Use it first thing in the morning before checking your phone, and again whenever you feel the compulsion rising. Within 24 hours of regular practice, you'll notice improved focus during work. Within 1 week, you'll experience noticeably better emotional regulation and patience. Within 4 weeks of daily practice, your baseline dopamine tone resets. Activities that seemed boring become engaging again. You require less stimulation to feel satisfied. Your relationship with your phone transforms from compulsive to intentional. This isn't about never using your phone. This is about reclaiming your ability to choose. When you've spent weeks hijacking your own dopamine system, you need an equally sophisticated reset tool. Breathwork is that tool. It addresses the actual neurobiology, not just the behavior. You're rewiring your nervous system's response to stimulation at its source. Many find this practice becomes the foundation of their day, a moment where they genuinely reconnect with their own mind before the world's demands begin. It's meditation without requiring any belief system. It's neuroscience hacking through your own physiology. It's ancient technology that modern neuroscience now validates. Before you leave this video, practice this once. Not later. Right now. Set a timer for 8 minutes and experience what your brain is actually capable of when given the right reset signal. The clarity you feel afterward is real. It's measurable. It's repeatable. Share this with someone you know struggling with phone addiction. Send them this video. They're not weak-willed. They're neurologically hijacked. They need this reset. Your mind has more potential for transformation than you realize. The breath is your direct access. Begin today.